everybody. Today's video is going to be another nutrition video. In this one, in my other nutrition video, I talked about soy-free, and if you're interested in that, I'm not going to repeat it here, so you can just go and watch that. I have this book called Endometriosis, A Key to Healing Through Nutrition, and I have to admit, I've had it for about a year, but I never read the full thing because some parts of it are really, really medical and really scientific and really over my head. So I am kind of like reading the chapter summaries, and then if there's something that seems particularly interesting to me, I'm going back and reading the chapter. So one thing that I have found interesting, and I didn't really hear this from this book, I've heard it through websites and other people, and even through a message that someone sent me on YouTube the other day. It really got me thinking about this, that your immune system plays a big factor in endometriosis. To give you a little bit of backstory, I was sick a lot as a child. I missed a lot of school because, like, say I would spend the night at a friend's house on like Friday night or Saturday night growing up. Monday morning I would be so like tired from, staying up, talking, watching movies, doing whatever we were doing, that I would physically be ill. Like, I would be throwing up because I was so just spent from the weekend. And it wasn't just that, it was also like anytime I would not get enough sleep, I would get sick. I had bronchitis a lot, I had colds a lot, I had stomach viruses a lot, and that didn't really end. Like, as I got older, I went to college and I missed a lot of classes at certain times because if I was really stressed out or I was having a hard time with something in my life, I would start to get really sick. And I didn't really think of to me that was normal because that is how I had grown up. But I've been reading a lot about how the immune system can really affect endometriosis, and some scientists think that it's even the cause of endometriosis, is that your immune system just isn't functioning properly. So I'm not a scientist, I've never studied it, I'm just saying what I've heard, and I'm really interested in getting whatever information I can get and kind of sorting it out for myself and seeing what works for me. So this book, like I was saying, I was reading the chapter summaries, and I found some really interesting stuff. First of all, it says endometriosis may be due, I'm going to need my glasses, sorry, everything's blurry. Endometriosis may be due to an immune dysfunction. Women who have endometriosis may have impaired immune systems which may not be able to clean up the debris in the abdominal cavity. And I was reading that and I was just thinking, wow, I bet that's one of the reasons, at least, that I have all this going on with me, because I get sick like all the time. It says a strong immune system is dependent upon a varied nutrient and photochemical intake. Make sure that your foods are rich in the antioxidant nutrients, as they are protective. Try foods with selenium, vitamins A, C, and E. It says sugar-rich foods interfere with the way in which white blood cells clean up cell debris, so reduce your intake of sweet foods. And for me, I know that's going to be the hardest step, is reducing my intake of sugar, because I have such a sweet tooth. My husband picks on me, lovingly, but because I could get a bag of circus peanuts at Kroger because they keep them right by the registers, and that's I know a lot of people think they're disgusting, but that's my go-to candy, and I could eat the whole bag without thinking twice about it, and I'm like, sugar, and then later I feel so sick from eating all that sugar, so I definitely know that I need to cut out the sugar, so I'm gonna try that. It also says if you have unexplained infertility, or if your endometriosis seems to be blocking your fertility, request tests for autoantibodies to the thyroid, celiac disease, oh right, that's the gluten sensitivity one, and some other word I can't pronounce, infections, and also for steroid hormone levels. So I'm definitely gonna, I have my annual woman exam coming up, so I'm definitely gonna stress that to my doctor, and I'm gonna bring this book with me, and I'm gonna ask her about that, because in all of the visits I've had to the doctor, and even though I had surgery, they never ever tested me for anything else. They never drew blood samples. The only blood samples they drew were like the day before I had my surgery, they have to check like your cholesterol levels or something before they can start operating, and that's all they tested. So I'm definitely gonna ask her about that. It also says to reduce your stress levels whenever possible. Make a list of all the things that stress you and think hard about ways in which some of them could be eliminated. You know, obviously there are things in your life that you can't really eliminate. I mean, if you have a sucky job, you know, it's better than not having a job. And yesterday morning my husband went to work. It was such a stressful day. My husband went to work, and when he got there, there was some suit from corporate, and he's just like, I'm shutting this branch down effective today. And my husband and his coworkers were all looking at each other, and my husband's manager was like, are you punking us or something? Is this a joke? He was like, no, I'm serious. Go clean out your desks. And at first he offered my husband a severance package, and then he was just like, well, you can take the severance package, or I can offer you a part-time position at another branch. And you know, part-time's not gonna, I mean, he would probably make more with unemployment and 5 weeks of severance, and, you know, so that's what he was gonna do. And he called me, and I'm just like crying, like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna pay our bills and this and that? And so finally, when he told them he was considering the severance package, they offered him a full-time job at another branch. So, and it's also where it's in our town, so it doesn't involve moving. So anyway, it was such a stressful day, and then the outcome at the end of the day ended up being fine. So, I mean, things like that come up and you can't help it. So obviously some stressful situations you can't really get rid of, but I mean, I know that all of us probably have people in our lives that just like to complain about everything under the sun, or they like to cause drama. Just cut those people out, you know, it's not healthy anyway. It says that you should do one thing every day that makes you smile, you know, laugh, have fun with your friends and your loved ones, because, you know, it's good for your immune system. And if you think about it, like when you're stressed, do you like feel sick? For me, I start having like digestive issues, and I just don't feel good. So it does make sense. It says avoid products containing fluoride, such as toothpaste, shampoos, and deodorants, as they can inhibit antibody function. And it says, if you have a history of asthma, eczema, hay fever, and or arthritis, avoid bovine dairy foods. I don't know what bovine or bovine means, but it says if you have constant pain and bloating and feel tired all the time, avoid wheat. If your body is reacting to these foods, it may calm your immune system if they are excluded. So I also have asthma, so it's just, I was reading this, and it's like everything in here seemed like it applied to me. So here's what I was going to ask you guys. I've really been trying in like the last 2 weeks to be a lot healthier, to exercise more, and just to have like a better, I have a generally good attitude, I guess, but just really just try to like let things roll off my back, you know. And so every night for about 2 weeks, almost every night, I've been going with my husband and a couple that lives next door to us, and just walking like through different neighborhoods, like at least 3 miles a night, sometimes 4, sometimes 5. And they have a dog and we have a dog, and it's fun because, you know, we get to talk to our friends, and we get to get exercise and get out and get fresh air, and, you know, play with the dogs, and they're really cute. And so I've been trying to get exercise, and then my husband's giving me a bike for my birthday, so I'm really excited about that. So another form of exercise and getting to be outside. So I'm working on, you know, physically being more active. I'm also, after my birthday, because I definitely want to eat cake, I'm also going to be working on doing more research into nutrition and finding things that work for me and that maybe will work for you. What I wanted to ask you though is if you guys would be interested in me making like recipe specific videos, and it's not going to be some cheesy YouTube cooking show type of thing, but if I can give you guys like healthier alternatives, like maybe alternatives that don't have soy but have you know, B vitamins and vitamin E and selenium and things like that. Maybe it might make your life a little bit easier. It might give you some more ideas. Maybe give you a little bit of encouragement, because I know it can be really hard to eat healthy sometimes, especially if you're busy and you just have a lot going on. So if you guys would be interested in that, send me a message and let me know. And if nobody's interested, I probably won't waste my time making videos on it. But I mean, even if I get one person asking for it, I'm going to do it. So because I'm going to be making these foods anyway, so it only takes an extra, 10 minutes to make a video on it. So anyway, that's what my video is today, and my little question for you. So, sorry, I was about to sneeze. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a great weekend, and stay healthy. Bye.